She was born in 1963 in Manila. She lost her father when she was 1 year old. At the age of 10, she moved to the United States with her family. She obtained her undergraduate degree in molecular biology and theater and her Bachelor of Arts in English from the Princeton University. In 1986, following the ousting of dictator Ferdinand Marcos, she returned to the Philippines and researched about political theater at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. In 1987, she started working as a journalist at the state-run television. Soon after, she co-founded an independent production company. She worked for CNN as an investigative reporter for 18 years, focusing on terrorism in Southeast Asia. As bureau chief, she opened CNN's Manila bureau and later its Jakarta bureau. She came home to the Philippines in 2005 to lead its largest news group, which she did for 6 years. In 2012, along with 3 women journalists, she co-founded Rappler, the top digital-only news site in the country, currently employing about 100 journalists.
In this displayed talent of what they do, but I think
in 2015, in her interview with Rodrigo Duterte during the presidential election campaign, she made him confess his killing of 3 people in the 1980s in Davao while he was the mayor of the city.
I'm telling the Filipino people it's gonna be bloody.
Together with her colleagues at Rappler, she exposed the extrajudicial killings and human rights violations in Duterte's war on corruption.
You are a fake news outlet. They will be allowed to criticize us, but you go to jail for your crime.
She came under government pressure while investigating the troll army mobilized after Duterte's election as the president in 2016. She faced a number of lawsuits and stood trial on charges of tax evasion and foreign ownership violations in media, among others, all requiring prison sentence. During these proceedings, the court issued 10 detention orders, in 8 of which she was released on bail. In February 2019, she was detained on charges of cyber libel, which was seen by the international community as a politically motivated act. Most recently, in August 2021, the charges brought against her due to her news coverage of Duterte was dismissed by the court.
Just because you're a journalist, so you're exempted from assassination.
Numerous lawsuits against her are still pending. As a leading journalist of the Philippines, her struggle against disinformation, fake news, and silencing of the independent media also received international acclaim. She published 2 books on Al-Qaeda's act of terror in Southeast Asia. She lectured at Princeton University as well as the University of the Philippines, teaching politics and media in Southeast Asia, as well as broadcast journalism. She was named Time Magazine's 2018 Person of the Year, along with journalists from around the world combating fake news. She has been one of the leading figures on the Information and Democracy Commission launched by Reporters Without Borders. She was awarded numerous international prizes. For being a fearless advocate of press freedom while operating under difficult political circumstances and taking personal risks. For her perseverance in bringing to public attention the unlawful practices of the government and its rights violations during the war on drugs, despite the countless threats she received due to her news reports. For spearheading a totally independent online media platform and for continuing to work meticulously as an investigative reporter, Maria Ressa.
Tutupang ardan, pe tutupang ardan, pe tutupang ardan.